Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to show you today how to do a power analysis using SPSS for a Pearson correlation coefficient. So I'm going to use an example here where we're interested in studying the correlation between stress levels and sleep quality in adults. And based on a meta-analysis of prior research, which is very convenient, sometimes we don't have that. We estimate, or at least it's a guess, right, that the correlation coefficient in the population is 0.3. And so we aim to detect this correlation. So in other words, we hope that we're going to see a significant correlation 80% of the time. That's a statistical power of 80%. And the alpha threshold for significance is 0.05, which is typically, of course, 0.05 in the social sciences. And most of the time we don't change that. And so the question is, what is the required sample size to achieve a statistical power of 0.8? And we're also going to solve, to do a post-hoc analysis, assuming that we have a sample size of 100, what would be the statistical power? So I'm going to open SPSS, it's actually already open here. And I'm going to click on Analyze, Power Analysis, of course. And I'm not going to actually use the correlations Pearson one. The reason for that is that my understanding is that it's based on an exact test, which is a good practice, but most of the time correlations are actually tested using t-tests instead. So to match we want to match that with the power analysis that corresponds to that, of course. So instead of using this menu, I will actually use the regression menu, and it will correspond to how most people are testing correlations. So I'm going to click on regression, univariate linear. And so I have this menu over here. All right, so I want to estimate sample size, so I'm not going to change that. The statistical power I want is 0.8. And so that's a little bit confusing here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to specify my fx size in this way. I'm going to use the multiple partial correlation here. It's not really partial nor multiple because there's only one predictor, but still it's going to work. So I'm going to type my 0.3 here. That's my hypothesized correlation coefficient. And I'm going to say that I have one predictor and I want to test one as well. And my alpha threshold is already set to 0.05, so I don't need to change anything else. So that's it. I'm going to click on OK. See the output. So this tells me that I would need a sample size of 82, achieving a statistical power that's actually slightly higher than 0.8. And yeah, that's basically it for the first question. Now, if I had a sample size of 100, so in other words, I now know the sample size, or I estimate that I would get about, let's say, 100 participants, and I want to know what the statistical power would be, again, assuming that correlation of 0.3. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to click on Analyze Power Analysis, Regression, Univariate Linear. And now, in this menu, what I'm going to do is estimate power instead. Okay, and I'm going to provide here my sample size, so 100. And that's it, I'm not changing anything else. Oh, I still need to use this 1 and 1. It's one predictor and one predictor to test. That's it. Okay. And this tells me that in this case, I would achieve a statistical power of 0.876. Thanks for watching.